Guys, so in today's video I'm going to talk to you about three basic moves that I made that kind of just made the golf swing feel more natural. And that's a really important thing, and that's what I try to get across in all of my students, is to help them understand that sometimes if something feels a little awkward or it doesn't quite feel right, there's a very good chance that maybe it's not right or there are other options, and that's why I wanted to do this video. So the three things that I did that kind of went against the grain of things that I was sort of being taught at the time that made the golf swing so much easier. The first one, I've mentioned it loads of times on the channel before, ball position. Okay, so I was always taught to have the ball position in the center of the stance, have my feet pretty much sort of, you know, perpendicular towards the target, and it never worked for me. Okay, I always felt stuck. As soon as I moved the ball further forward, and I play pretty much everything about club head's distance inside that lead ankle, apart from driver, which I'll move further forward, the whole swing, just everything became so much more liberated. I always felt that I could, you know, turn through the golf ball so much better. I felt I could strike it so much better. And that was the first thing that I did that made a massive difference. The second one was my right hand. Okay, now, again, some of the people that I used to have lessons with were maybe a little bit particular in terms of, you know, holding the club a certain way and trying to adopt to the perfect grip. I always wanted and always felt that I didn't really want, particularly when it came to hitting the golf ball, I never really wanted my right hand feeling like it was too active. I always liked the sort of feeling that my right hand is sort of supporting the side of the club as I'm demonstrating here. Now, so therefore, when I sort of held the club, I always went for something that was a little bit sort of, should we say, stronger. So I was always taught to get the right hand on top and get the V, okay, on the actual hand itself pointing towards the shoulder. I always feel much happier with the right hand sitting a little bit more to the side, similar to what I'm demonstrating here. And I remember looking down and noticing that actually, you know what, I get good results when I can see the nails on my middle and the one that is next to it finger. So not my index finger, the two center fingers. And then that kind of gave me the feeling that when I was hitting really good shots, those two fingers would still be pointing up towards me. And that would be, as I still do with a lot of my online students and you know, advise you guys in terms of drills, one of my favorite drills is to hand separation. So put your hands to the side and hit some shots, because it gives you a real strong sense of a good right hand relationship when it comes to hitting. And then if I put my right hand on, see the way I'm not sitting my hand on top in quite a conventional manner, it sits a little stronger, it sits more to the side, and that helps me feel like I can keep that club face much squarer. So those were the kind of like the two things that felt more liberated. The last one was a real game changer. Now, I got myself down to a good level of golf. Okay, so I was kind of like at the time maybe +2, +3 handicap, and obviously seeking to get better. One of the big sort of concepts at the time around golf was things like swing plane and this idea of dragging the handle left. So if I was swinging towards you guys, you'll always see the pros, the handle continues to move this way, and we don't want the handle moving this way. So I would have lessons, and the idea would be, you know, I'd do drills where I'd pull the handle across the bar like this and try and hold it off, and all that ever happened was I just used to come down really steep and just used to really struggle with it. So it wasn't until when I started learning more about the golf swing, learning more about biomechanics, that I actually realised the way the handle goes to the left of the body is nothing to do with pulling the arms, it's to simply do with the body rotation. And then all of a sudden, when I used to watch videos and go back and, you know, like you guys do, watch Jack Nicklaus and all these golfers, I was like, hey, he's not dragging the hands left. You know, Mo Norman was somebody else that I kind of really aspired to, somebody that I felt really discovered his own swing. And he used to talk about high hands, and that's exactly the last feeling that I know I'm swinging my best. You see, if I keep my arms roughly pretty straight here, if I turn my chest towards the target and I keep turning, it creates a nice tilt. So see the way my hands finish high. So I know that when I'm swinging my hands high, that's a great feeling, not low and around. And I tried to play some competitive golf with that sort of feeling of dragging the handle left, and all it did is create steepness. So those are the three things that I did that took my game to a new level, and that happens all the time. When I work with online students or when someone comes through that door, I'm generally asking them some of the things that they think are true. And if you can kind of, you know, change the narrative, you actually find that you don't have to do a lot of work to start to unravel maybe some of the misconceptions. Hopefully it helped. See you guys again really soon.